Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and today we are doing another TBR jar picks my reads for, what are we in? September. As you can tell by my voice, I'm a little bit sick, a little bit stuffed up, so just bear with me, but I really wanted to do this video and I love doing them every month. I'm so excited. My favorite time every year is definitely the fall. It just can't be beat. I am such a fall girl. I love the cooler weather. I'm a huge football fan. I wanted to jump into my TBR because I'm so excited for this time of year. The books, I've actually been in the best reading mood, which I'm so happy about. Every time I finish a book, I just want to jump right into the next one. This past month was a great reading month for me, so I just want to continue that into September, and I'm just so excited about all the books. I do have a few books on my mind that I want to read in September that are not on this physical TBR right now because I either haven't bought them yet or they're new releases that just haven't been out yet, so those are always in the back of my mind. Let's just get into the TBR jar. I think I'm gonna pick 8 books because I do have a couple in my mind that are not on this that I want to read, so I don't want to overwhelm myself. Book number 1 for September is a book recommended by someone. Oh, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing for this. The book that I'm picking for a book that someone recommended to me is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. When I went to Portland last month, Faith actually recommended this book to me and I had just seen it everywhere over Instagram, TikTok, all of that. People were hyping it up, so I really have been intrigued to read this one. It says a woman risks everything to end her family's centuries-old curse, solve her mother's disappearance, and find love in this mesmerizing novel. So again, like, I don't know a ton about this book, but I have just seen it recommended absolutely everywhere, and especially Faith recommended this to me, so I definitely want to pick it up. But this is going to be book number 1. I'm so excited to jump into this and see what it's all about, and I feel like this book seems like it'd be a good, like, going into fall read. That's the vibes that this book is giving me, so I'm very excited to pick it up this month. Book number 2 of September. Let's see what we get. A book with a fake dating trope. Let's do a little bit of digging because I don't know off the top of my head which one has a fake dating trope. This is absolutely perfect. This is the book I'm going to choose for a fake dating trope. It's called Fly With Me by Andy Burke. This book was recommended to me when I was in Portland by Shaughnessy. I trust her recommendations so much. I feel like we have very similar book taste, so I definitely wanted to pick this up. It is a sapphic romance. This book is about an ER nurse whose name is Olive and then a pilot who is Stella. Olive goes on this flight. She's very fearful of flying. There's actually something that happens on the plane where Olive has to jump into action because she is a nurse, but they have to land the plane and Olive is hours away from where she needs to be. So Stella, the pilot, offers to drive her to where she needs to be. She's trying to watch her brother run a marathon and she needs to get there. So Stella offers to drive Olive to the city she needs to be in for that. Stella asks Olive to be her fake girlfriend because there has been this video that's blown up of Olive kind of saving this passenger on the plane, and it's getting a lot of attention to Stella's airline, and Stella has been looking for this long-term promotion but keeps getting overlooked by all the men in her company, so she thinks that fake dating Olive could help her get this promotion because Olive has been going viral for this video. So they end up fake dating in this. I'm very excited to read this. Again, I haven't heard anything about this book except from Shaughnessy and I love her recommendations, so I think I'm really gonna like this book. I have been reading a lot of sapphic books lately, so I'm glad to add this one to the TBR. Also, I just realized I don't know why Before I Let Go is on here because I've already read this, so I'm pulling this off right now because I already read this and loved it, so I have no idea why I put that on there. Moving on to book number 3 of September, a book that's under 350 pages. I love this because I'm a big fan of like shorter, just quicker reads. The book that I'm going to pick for this is The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. Again, this was a book that Shaughnessy recommended to me. There's a lot of books on here from other booktubers' recommendations since I went to Portland last month. All those books are on here, so I'm very excited to pick them up. This is 316 pages, so we're definitely under the 350 mark, which is great. This cover is so cute also. I'm obsessed with the pink, obviously. This sounds so interesting. I'm very excited to pick it up. This book is about an event planner named Amory or Amory. I don't exactly know how to pronounce her name, so I need to figure that out before I start reading it, but she is newly single and kind of about to lose her apartment, so she has to kind of gamble on this startup that she's not sure is going to do well. But one day she ends up running into her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend at this coffee shop she always goes to. Instead of feeling embarrassed, she pretends to be fake dating this guy that she spills coffee on in the coffee shop, and he kind of goes along with it, so he helps her out. And this guy is Vincent. He claims to be an astronaut, which he lives in Houston, so she says a lot of men there claim to be astronauts, but he actually is the real deal. And for a price, they decide to fake date. So he wants her to pretend to be his girlfriend for his family leading up to his mission that happens in 3 months. And in exchange, she is able to live in his house in a rent-free room while she kind of figures her life out. But they obviously kind of hit it off and things go from there. I think this sounds so cute. I love that he has a very unique job and it's just something different than what I've read before. So I'm very excited to read this one. But this is our 3rd book of September. Book number 4 of September, a book that ends in an odd number of pages. I'm going to first check Terry Soda's back because I have been really wanting to read this one. Sad. No, it doesn't. It ends in even numbers, so we're gonna put that one back. I'm going to pull this one because I have been in a thriller mood. So let's see if this ends in odd number. Ooh, okay. This ends in an odd number. It ends on page 413. So we're going to go with this one. It's called One of the Girls by Lucy Clark. So this is obviously a thriller. It's about a group of 6 girls that goes on a Greek island for a holiday, or vacation as I would call it. On the first night, we swam under a blanket of stars. On the second night, the games began on our clifftop terrace. On the third night, the idol cracked, secrets and lies whispering on the breeze. And by the final night, there was a body on the rocks below. Gotta figure out who the body is and what happened to it. I love getting into thrillers going into like September, starting to go into fall time, so I definitely want to pick up some thrillers. So we're gonna add this as book number 4 for a September TBR. Also guys, I'm so sorry. I progressively, as I keep talking, feel like I sound more and more nasally, which is so annoying, but we're gonna get through it, I promise. Book number 5 of September is a book to continue a series you're reading. Are there any series in here that I have been reading? This is definitely the book I'm pulling for this. It's This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This is the 2nd book in the Skyland series. First read Before I Let Go a couple months ago and was absolutely obsessed with it. I loved it so much and I have been dying to get into the 2nd book, so this is definitely the one I'm gonna go with. But if you have never read the Skyland series, it focuses on like a group of friends and couples within that group. But I have been really excited to get back into this group of people. I just love the way I got to know the entire friend group and I felt like I really truly knew them. So I think her writing is just phenomenal. So I've been very excited to get into This Could Be Us. This is going to be book number 5 of September. Book number 6 of September is a small town romance book. This is the book I'm going to grab for this. Obviously, Elsie Silver writes the best small town romance books. This is the first book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. It's called Off to the Races. This book is about Vaughn Harding. He heads from the city to a small town where he's from to kind of revitalize his family's ranch and this scandal that's attached to his name right now. But he really needs a win with this specific racehorse and he hires Billy Black to train the horse. And her and Vaughn actually kind of clash from the moment they meet, but he cannot stop thinking about her. So I'm very excited. I again haven't really heard much about this, but I love anything Elsie Silver writes, so I'm excited to read this for September. Book number 7 of September is this feels targeted. It says a book you'll keep saying you'll read. Okay, this is funny. I feel like I've never gotten this specific card, which I'm excited to get it because there are quite a few books on here I feel like that I've said continuously that I'll read and I just haven't picked up yet, but there is this one. This is definitely going to be the one for this card because I have said for like a few months now that I was going to pick this up specifically because my best friend Lucy loves this book so much and has raved about it to me, as well as some of my other friends as well, but she cannot stop talking about it to me and really wants me to read this, and I keep saying I'll read it. I feel like this is the time. I need to finally pick this book up. Obviously, if you've never read Binding 13, I'm sure you've heard about it. This book is about Johnny Kavanagh. He plays rugby at Tillman College and he really needs to stay focused on rugby because he is like their star player. He doesn't need any distractions, but of course Shannon has transferred schools. She was very badly bullied and wants a fresh start at Tillman College, so she comes and she actually runs into Johnny Kavanagh the first day, but they end up falling into a complicated friendship and have this chemistry. So this book is about them. I have heard very great things about it and I keep saying I'm going to read it, but I just haven't picked it up yet. It's kind of daunting reading because it is a big book and it's pretty long. I've heard like when you start the series, you just don't want it to end because people love it so much. I feel like I just need to start it. I just get very overwhelmed when people say they really love books because I don't want to read them and then not like them. I feel like this book I'm really gonna like actually, so I'm excited to get into it. This is gonna be book number 7 of September. Going into book number 8, our very last pick of September from this TBR is a book with a 5-word title. Let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like the only 2 books we have for this specific card are How You Get the Girl and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I'm actually going to go with this one because, again, this is a book that I've also said I will read for quite a while and I haven't picked up. I feel like there's a certain time for these kind of books for me personally. I'm like a fantasy reader more in the fall and winter time, and since we're going into fall, I feel like this is a good book to pick up to kind of get into that. I am obsessed with this cover, and the edges are like, look like they're from so long ago, like they're worn, but obviously it's a new book, so this is so cool. I'm obsessed. So this is about Cambridge professor Emily Wilde. She is an expert on fairies and she's writing the first encyclopedia of fairy lore. So she ends up traveling to this town to do research, but she's very much an introvert. She doesn't like talking to people. She likes her books, staying at home doing her research. She also has an academic rival that is also there named Wendell, and he is very much outgoing, becomes friends with all the townspeople. So Emily really wants to find out all about Wendell, why he really is there and what he wants. She has to kind of unlock her heart to do that. I'm excited to read this. I've heard really good things about it. I've just been meaning to pick it up for a long time, but I feel like this month is a good month to do so. So this is gonna be our 8th book for September. I feel like we have a really good selection for September, a lot of different types of genres and tropes and everything like that. So I'm excited to jump into this month. Again, I've been in such a great reading space where I've just wanted to read all of the books. So I'm excited to go into September with that mindset and just feeling good about all the books that I have. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for September. Let me know what you guys are most excited about. I just love going into fall, decorating for fall, all the fall candles. Like, that is my absolute favorite. Football season, fall is just a chef's kiss all around for me. So let me know what you guys are most excited about for fall. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next one.